how's it going, guys? We are back with another video. It's been a while, actually, since I've made a video on this channel, and it is because NHL is just not really where it needs to be right now, like the video game I'm talking. Just not really motivated to make videos on the game, unfortunately, but you know what? It's getting to the point where news is coming out soon, 10 days from now. June 20th, there will be a teaser trailer, I believe. Maybe we'll get some details on the game a little bit, but whatever, that's not what this video is about. At long last, Alexander Ovechkin is a Stanley Cup champion. So, wow, what a feeling. I mean, like, if you were not emotional when you were watching that, oh my goodness. When he lifted the cup, I, wanted to start crying, honestly. It was unbelievable. It was outstanding. What a moment for Ovechkin. What a moment for Washington, D.C. They really deserve a championship. And it's funny, out of all those years, how many President's Trophies did they win? I think 3 in the Ovechkin era. And it's unbelievable. Finally, the year they don't win the President's Trophy. The year that everybody thinks, hey, they're not really good enough to win the cup. But you know what? We'll see what happens. We'll keep the same team pretty much. Obviously, they lost Justin Williams, of course. But, yeah, Shattenkirk. But, you know, at the end of the day, they really turned it around and just had a really solid season. I mean, no one expected when they got into the playoffs this was going to happen. And the best part about this whole thing for them, in my opinion, is how in the first round they're down 2-0. They lose the first 2 games at home. Just stunning. That is stunning right there in itself. Both were in overtime as well. And then game 3, overtime. If the Blue Jackets score, they go up 3-0 in the series. And I can assure you that that would have been the end of the Capitals. And it's just crazy because you wonder how history would have been if obviously the Blue Jackets would have just won that series. Maybe the Penguins three-peat. Honestly, I would think they do. Just because that, I don't know, the Lightning seemed a little shaky against the Capitals. So I believe the Penguins probably could have three-peated. And I don't know, I wasn't crazy about Vegas in the finals at all. I figured they just, I don't know what they were doing. They weren't playing well at all. But yeah, it's just crazy how one bounce goes one way for the Capitals. And that just changed their whole entire postseason run. But really, to be honest, as soon as they beat the Penguins, you could really tell this is a different Capitals team. You really could. There was so much adversity they faced, and they won that game, or they always found a way to come back or keep it close. They weren't just having capital things happen to them. So in the conference finals, they won the first, they won the first 2 on the road, just like they did. They actually lost the first 2 at home in the first round. So like, it's very interesting. Then they go home to lose the next 2, and actually they lose the next game in Tampa to go down 3-2 in the series. So it's pretty interesting, their playoff run for sure. But they ended up rebounding, winning Game 6 at home. What a game that was. And then, of course, Game 7, they just blew the Lightning out of the building. They shut them out. And, yeah, that was the end of the Lightning run. Capitals, I mean, after that, I don't know. I just felt like it was their year. You could say Vegas, yeah, they were having an unreal run as well. But, my goodness, Ovechkin didn't seem like he was going to be denied this year. And he just wasn't. He just really wasn't. And I'm hearing people say, oh, you know, this doesn't do anything for Ovechkin's legacy, the cup. How? How does that, like, not do anything for his legacy? To me, whatever, cup or no cup, he's, to me, one of the best players of all time. But, you know, you're telling me that with this cup, he still doesn't move up in your list. To me, he's top 10 all time now, officially. Already, he was a really great player. I think he's the greatest goal scorer ever, to be honest. But what do I know? I mean, I'm just, you know, watching hockey at the age of 19. So I really enjoy the Capitals. I mean, I'm really happy for Ovechkin, of course. He's the main guy I'm happy for. TJ Oshie, of course. I don't know how you couldn't be emotional when he was telling the story about, not a story, but just a situation with his father having Alzheimer's or Alzheimer's. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that one wrong, but yeah, it's very, very emotional, of course. You just don't know what's going on in these players' lives off the ice, and just really happy for TJ. And Ovechkin, of course, Backstrom. There's just so many great players. They really deserve this. They just really did. Niskanen, you think of all those years in Pittsburgh, it just never worked out. He was obviously on Dallas, so he didn't get the cup in 09 with Pittsburgh. Just a great run. Just a really great run for the Capitals. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on the whole postseason run for the Capitals. And also, they've been having a lot of fun since then. They went to the Nationals game. I threw out the first pitch twice. Just what a fun team they seem to be. They really love being around each other, it seems like. And, yeah, I mean, just what a year for hockey. I thought it was a great NHL season, to be honest with you guys. And, yeah, I mean, all season's upon us. Trades, drafts coming up, free agency. I mean, just buckle up, guys. It's just getting started. NHL 19 news is coming out soon. This channel will be bumping soon, all right? I promise you guys that. Get ready for a big year for me. Let me know what you guys think of the Capitals run, and I'll see you guys in the next video.